Hi, my name is Carla, and I'm coming on here to show you what I'm working on. And I'm working on Mackenzie Child dupes. Okay, so this is the one I'm working on. This is the one that I almost finished. And you can get these at Dollar Tree. It's the 3-piece stackable eggs for $7. And I came across the site on YouTube where I think 2 women were doing the eggs. One had a gold bottom. I'm gonna leave mine white. And I think the other lady's was I think with ribbon. So, and I thought too that, this looks pretty cool too if you was just to do a white one. But I marked off the swirls. So I'm gonna paint this one black, leave this white, paint this black, white, black, white, black, white, black. Then I think this part has to be white, then this black, and those are the only 2 single ones here, and then this is white. So that's how that ends up on the smaller one. Okay, and then with the medium-sized one, I already marked it off. I took a Sharpie and I just followed the square that was in there. See, like you can see a square right there, right there. And so I did just the opposite of what I did with this one, because I noticed the black ones they have the risen part to where, see, these black ones are going to have the indentation part. So if I would have done it the same, I would have done the risen part. Like this would have been the black part. So I already marked this off, and any, what do you call it, like where I went over in the line, that I can go back and do, like this one I don't have to worry about because it's going to be black, and that one I don't have to worry about because it's going to be black. This one, okay, if you've seen what I was trying to say, that's going to be black, that's going to be black, so I don't have to worry about that thick line. And then with this, I'm going to cover it up because that's a white one. This is a black one. So I just went all the way around and marked. Oh, and this is white. I messed up on this. And this at the very first. So this is going to be white because black and black. Okay. So and then the diamonds, I already marked those off too, where white, black, these are all white. Oh, and I messed up here at the very first 2. So this is going to be white, 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 white. Did you see it? I messed up here and here. Okay. So all the way around here is going to be white. Up here is all going to be black. Where I Okay. And then black, 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 where I put the little black spots, and then white, 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 then black, black, black. So, and then it'll end up looking just like that one right there. Okay. So then I'm gonna put them, sorry for the noise. I'm gonna put them in these big, oh, I know what you call them. Just can't think of the name right now. It's on the tip of my tongue. But the planners, and I'm going to do probably black here, then black, white, then gold here, and then gold in the U's. And then I haven't decided whether I'm going to do this checkers, black and white quarterly check, or just do stripes, like white, blacker. And then I know with these little bridges up here, white, black, I just have to decide if this is white, that's black. This black, that's white. So, I don't know, that's going to take some thinking there. Alright, so I did each egg already in the reflective white, and this is Indoor Outdoor Color to Go by Sherwin-Williams. And I know that Dollar Tree has Indoor Outdoor white and black. This I got from Hobby Lobby, but this is outdoor black. Let me see, I'll show you the Dollar Tree one. Okay, I need to take my time showing, because I know when people hurry, it gets a little upsetting. Okay, and then here's the, okay, well, I got this at Dollar Tree, so, the white. All right, but that's not the, like I said, not the white I used. It was that one. Then I'm gonna go through, and where was the, I'm gonna go ahead and paint the mistakes first, since, well, I had the white opened. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to have these done for Easter, so they'll be in my driveway. I might just get the eggs done, not the containers, but you never know. If I find enough time tomorrow, maybe I can. All right, so this one is going to take a little bit more. I might get the littler brush to do that. Now, I don't know how to edit yet, and I'm sure there's an app for it that you gotta use to do that. So what you see is raw. You could always fast forward. That's what I do. Not unless I'm just listening to hear what they're talking about or what they have to say, because there's certain people I just love listening to them, and I'll just stay busy through the house doing whatever and listening to them. I might let it dry a little bit and then go back over it again. That's what I'll do. So that way. And if you listen to Victoria Mackenzie Childs, she says it doesn't have to be perfect. It's hand painted. It has, it's, what do you call it? I mean, I know these words. I don't know why I can't think of them. But it just gives it its own uniqueness. All right. So there's that one. Now I'll work on this. I can use the bigger one on this one. Okay. So that whole triangle or diamond's going to be white. Okay, and that one's going to be white. Yeah, it was, I don't know, a couple of months ago, I guess. 2.5 months ago, I came across Victoria Mackenzie Childs, one of the YouTubers, the Dupers. I was watching her channel and she said, if you've never seen Victoria Mackenzie Childs, go check out her YouTube, and because you'll love her. And so that's how I learned about Victoria. I have more to say, but I kind of want to go to talk about how I heard about Mackenzie Childs. I was watching Homeworthy on YouTube, and it's that where they go inside people's homes and people show their homes, and I forget the Homeworthy saying, like something like no one's house is basically everyone's house has a story to tell, but I like how they say it. I just can't think of the right words right now. Every home is worthy to be shown. That's what it is. Okay. So, and I'm not going to worry about that, like I said, because it's going to be black. And that's going to be black. That's going to be black. That's going to be black. Okay. So, I'll do... And this stuff dries pretty quick. So I'll keep on going over it as each time it dries, so I can get that covered. Okay. So there's that. Okay, so I can work on, let me put these in water. so they don't dry out. We can work on the black now because the white's white already. I just think I have to do this very top white. Can't. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I did get it. Alright, so let me open my black. Anyways, I got on YouTube and turned on Homeworthy. I actually have it on right now. You just can't hear it because it's silent. But I was watching the one before I came on here was the Shabby Chic lady. I can kind of see her book. I can't think of her name, but that was pretty cool. All right, so get this black on here. I have it in this seashell, and just gonna start painting it black. Yeah, I don't like getting that close to the top with this bigger brush. I'll wait. I wasn't going down to the rim because when I go to lay it on top of that one piece, I don't want it getting black where they're supposed to be white. I'm kind of tired tonight, so I might have a little bit harder time. Once I start getting into the flow of it, then I'll be more on spot. But yeah, on Homeworthy, and okay, in these kitchens were when they went into the kitchen part of the house, I kept on noticing these black and white checkered teapots, and oh, that is so beautiful. I love that. So I'll back up for a minute because the next thing I know, here they're having commercials, Mackenzie Childs, and then it was showing the taupe, and a couple of people had the taupe. Well, they call it mocha. And I thought the mocha were real pretty too. And I'm like, oh wow, that is so pretty. And I'd sure like to have one of those. So oh, let me back up again, because one of the ladies, she went to the sale barn and got some things a little cheaper. So you can get them a little bit cheaper, but also too, you gotta live in New York, I think. Is it Aurora, New York? But, I went on, I looked on, I went on the web and went to QVC, and sure enough, you could buy one there, but the payments were, what, 4 payments at $39 each, so three or 4 payments of, so I don't know, it's gonna cost you $120 to $160 just to get one. And oh, this lady on here, she's an artist too. So now I'm gonna go in with the smaller brush. I forgot I did use it already. And I was wishing that water made me think of a lady that does birds on, she paints birds on YouTube, and she's really interesting. I really like her. I can see her face. I probably ought to write this stuff down on paper so I can say people's names. But yeah, she was watercoloring birds, and I took an 8-week class on watercoloring in 2025, and I enjoyed it. They said I would really do good at oil painting. The way they would come over and watch me paint. I hear the rain. We had a tornado watch earlier. But you know, weather's crazy everywhere. Okay, this does not have to be perfect. So, and you have to remember from the street, ouch, ooh, that's gonna happen if you got your fingers in the way. Okay, so, I might as well just go up here and keep on. I just know I haven't really found, there for a minute I found a flow, but maybe it's the way I'm sitting in this chair, I don't know. But also too, like I said, I'm tired. Been getting the house ready for Easter. So I'm tired. And we went to church to Good Friday. That was a really nice service. I don't know, maybe I need to sit more relaxed. Let's see here what I can do. Maybe that'll help. I only want to make sure that you see, that you can see what I'm doing. I know, if I don't talk, a lot of people just fast forward because I'm not saying anything, not unless they're like me, just watching. I mean, like, you know, multitasking, so where they're just have it on to listen because you more or less get the gist of it, that because I already showed where you fill things in at. So other people want to see, you know, how everything goes. So I mean, anyway, so I learned about the teapots, and oh man, they had a whole bunch of them. And I mean, any color you would want. And floral patterns, stripes. Mackenzie Childs was known for her, well, Victoria Mackenzie Childs was known for her playful, whimsical, they said she was like, oh, I can't even get the words out. I can see her name, but I can't get her name out. Alice in Wonderland, and did they say Mary Poppins? I can't remember. But she had that whimsicalness about her. And she's known for her quarterly black and white check. And she would do rattan furniture in that too. And I seen that on you at that store in Aurora, at that sale barn. Oh my God, it was beautiful. Oh, and then I seen Manhattan. That one of the YouTubers, might be the same lady, went to the Manhattan store, and oh my gosh, the way they had that set up was so beautiful. You'd want to buy everything, one of each, if you could. It would be realistic, but oh, and then when I went to that, I don't like going over if I can help it. Fix where I put my finger. Okay, so oh, I'm gonna back up for a minute because But Victoria, like, she got her pottery from Italy, and it was called Majolica, or Majolica, however you say that. And you might pronounce the J in Italy. But she was explaining that the tin glaze and the firing, it caused little pinholes in the pottery, the ceramic. And so that's how you knew it was true Majolica. Okay. It dries pretty fast. All right, on to our next. All right, do I want to use the bigger one? Oh, what I ought to do is just fill in the sides, okay? Do the outsides. Then come through and do the inside with the bigger brush. It's because that's the way I'm holding it, that's why. I haven't got my flow yet. Okay, so, boy, she had some beautiful colors, didn't she? With the purple, with the yellow, with the pink, with the green. She just knew how to be playful with her colors. And talk about an awesome person. Victoria is an awesome person, and she had a love for God, that's for sure, because she had a very forgiving heart. And to hear her story breaks your heart. There was one YouTuber that got on a short and explained that whole scenario of what happened. And I thought she did a really good job, and I wish I could remember her name. And but Victoria said to still buy the teapots and the items because they're heirlooms, and pass them on down to your kids. And yes, to still buy them because they're heirlooms. And Well, I can't go on with this. I shouldn't have dipped that again, because now I gotta get the thicker part going. I used that really big brush when I did that other one. And I think I liked how I worked with that better than this. But we'll see. I wasn't tired like this when I did that other set. Okay, I'm gonna have to go back and fill that in with a smaller brush. I'm wanting to get this done tonight. That way, oh, it's called urn planners. Then maybe I can get the urn planners done. All right. And what was I saying? Like, you don't have to be worried about being so perfect about it. For one thing, because Victoria said it's hand painted, but my point is that these are going to be in my driveway, and far away on the street when you're driving by, you're not going to be able to see the mistakes. So that must have been where that's supposed to be black right there. Yeah, because that's black, white, and this one's going to be black. All right. Let's see what I can do here. So white, black, white, black. Yeah. I mean, sometimes you can kind of freehand it, and I was following that ridge. If I would put my finger up here to help. See, there. Yeah, help with the flow of it, so to keep my hand steady. All right, here. See, I can see that line. You can probably see it better than I can, right? The way I'm sitting. That's why I like outlining them. That way I don't have to try so hard. That I can tell when I go over. I mean, sometimes you can kind of make it look like you meant to do that, but now I'm going too far over. I'll probably have to go through and fix that. But yeah, that rattan furniture. Oh my gosh, it was gorgeous. She had that piece of rattan on their boat. And she took what, seashell? What do you call them things with lamps that holds the lamp on? Anyway, she made spindles, I don't know. Can't think of the name of those either. But yeah, she was creative. Just go on YouTube and look up Victoria Mackenzie Childs, and she takes you, she has a tour. I mean, she takes you through on each video somewhere in her house that she's working on. Or what she's done, you know. Homeworthy's been there twice. Once with Victoria and Richard, and then once with their daughter. And I know her name too. And the son-in-law. But I can't think of their names right now. Very nice people. Frederick? I can see that picture of her daughter. She had a portrait in her bedroom of her daughter. Cute as can be. Okay, so now almost done with this one. But this one more black. Yep. Richard, when they did the boat interview the Yankee. That's what they named their boat. It has quite a lot of history because it brought people over. I think it was called the Block. When it from Ellis Island, it brought people over, and it's the oldest ship still on Ellis Island. I thought Victoria was very entertaining, and she had a lot of ideas. I love her. I think she's awesome. I'm gonna miss her because just a few weeks after I learned about her, she passed away, which for a few days I was really, really sad. Maybe more than that, but I know I took it really hard. I mean, I feel like I can always go back and watch her videos, but yeah, I'm up. I'm doing a video. Okay. I mean, here she was, what, 77, 78, I don't know. Anyways, she's up in a tree. And it was quite interesting what she had to say. But that woman, she had courage. She was even out on the boat, on the side, opening up where the chickens were, pulling back the curtain, because it would rain in, so you had to have the curtain closed whenever the water was rough. So that day she opened up the curtains to show people where her chickens were. She had some beautiful chickens. just a little bit left on there. And I think I'm going to go through with a little brush because my little seashell's making noise. Yeah, I feel like I'm dry brushing it now. All right. These things have fell. Well, you know, the other set over there that I finished. And so, like, there's, like, chips of paint off. And these little pieces where I still see white coming through. I thought, well, that ain't going to be no big deal because I can see right here where there's paint's chipped. So I have to go through and fix it if I want to. But, hey, we're done with this. Except for at the very top. I gotta figure out. Okay, how can I hold this to where I don't get... And just do as best as you can. It's not going to be perfect. Nor does it need to be. Alright, so that's better. Alright. Just trying to follow. Add you more. But that'd be good. Oh, I think that's what I did on top there. I just went. This is going to have getting a Charlie horse in my leg. Gold piece and a red button here, so this doesn't even matter if I painted this or not. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about it. Just trying to see. I think this one can be a little bit thicker through here. to get to where you kind of get a flow. Oops. I love it when I get the flow. But, all right, that's one. One down. All right. So, I'm going to see if that'll fit on there. All right. Then, I had to stand up for a minute. All right. Now, let's work on, let's coat this while we can. I could always look up that woman on YouTube. And tell you her name, the one with the birds, that draws the birds. Alright, so I'm gonna go in with this little brush. If I can get the black off of here. Oh, I did it with my TV and not my phone. She draws, like she doodles inside of the, oh yeah, white paint over here. Yeah, on the birds, feathers, and it's really cool looking. Looks like it's gonna take a few times of going over. I still have that Charlie in my leg. Maybe that'll make it go away. That's how I moved. Made me get a Charlie horse. Any of you make a mistake like I did, just go back and cover it up. That rain is so soothing. Also too, yeah, if I was to dab. Uh-oh. Some of that black's coming through on that paintbrush. Okay. Ouch. Let's see. One of the last videos I seen of Victoria was when she went to eat at, was it Liebman's? And what she had to eat looked really, really good. I don't think it was Lieberman's. I think it was Liebman's, if I'm right. In New York. Uh-oh, it's coming through again. Alright, I need another big water. It's looking pretty good. Yeah, no big deal. Alright, we'll let that dry. It'll probably take one more coat. Alright, we'll work on the squares. The quarterly checks is the proper. Now here it is. I went and I wiped off that to work on, well, let's just go through with this. That other brush, what did I do with it? The little one. Oh, here it is. Yeah, it's fine, because we're doing the black. So long as it doesn't get too much on the sides, I'll be okay with this. Other than that, I'm going to have to probably go down here with the bigger. Need to wonder with that other brush. Seemed like I had an easier time, more flow with it. Let's see. Right. Make sure. Let's see how I do with this. Yeah, it just seems like I got a little bit more control with this. And if I go out just a little bit, it doesn't matter, because It doesn't have to be perfect. Yeah. I could always go back in with the little brush. And get closer. That's what I get for trying to do it like that. Alright, so I'll clean that up just a little bit with the white. Alright, so let's go down here and see how. Push those brushes down with, I had a wet paper towel. Make those lay down. I can hear that clock ticking. Alright, so I'm not gonna push it and go past anything, so cost myself some more work. Okay, let's go up here. Alright, let me grab this other one. Yeah, I don't like that one like that. It's probably this one's gonna be better to get closer. I need some more black. I went to another painting class 2 Mondays ago. And we did a painting of the Oh, the Crown of Thorns. And it was interesting how we did I need to get some of this off of here. The background, it was looked like wood, like whitewashing. And we had some turquoise in there. And so she showed us how to do that, and that was interesting. I already gave my art away. My friend had her birthday party, so I gave her that for her birthday. Doing the thorns, the crown of thorns, was really hard. We took a paper plate for the roundness of it, and then you had to make like X's, slanted X's. And I didn't really watch to see how to do it. I figured, because I was busy working on my background, that when she went to go do show how to do the Crown of Thorns, some of us didn't get to see. She said she'd come by and show us. Well, I started doing it, and it was hard. I ended up getting it done right, but it was hard to do. And then I guess there's a poem out, His Love. So instead of writing He is risen in the middle of it, she did His Love for that poem. Okay, I went over just a little bit there, as you can tell, but right there, so my sinuses are bothering me. All this rain. Alright, so square this off. Take this over here. Alright, there. Alright, white, black. Guess everybody's getting their houses ready for Easter. Whatever grocery shopping they gotta do tomorrow. Or make cakes or pies or whatever it is that your family likes at Easter. So many people do things differently now. We're having a ham still. The guys like ham. So and I do like doing the corn with cream corn. cream cheese. And even if you want to put some macaroni noodles in there, that's really good too, with the cream corn and the cream cheese and a little bit of butter. Some of my friends on YouTube, not YouTube, on Facebook really like this idea. They want to see it when I get done with it. They think it's really pretty, which I think anything black and white check is pretty. There are so many homes on Homeworthy where a lot of designers have some part of their house, their entryway, their outdoor entryway up their stairs to their house, black and white. I know there's a name for it, but I mean, she calls it quarterly check on her ceramics, but there's another name for it. I don't know if it's from Britain or Italy. I don't remember. When I was younger, I could remember real good things that I learned. But as you go through life and so many things happen, then those little things aren't that important to remember. Oh, I need to do more white on that. Okay, so I'm going to, I don't even know what time it is. Kind of looked like it said 1:30, but I don't know. I wanted to go live on YouTube, and it said that you had to have 50 followers before you could do that. So that's why I'm gonna have to upload this video. I think it would have been easier to go live, because that's kind of cool looking, isn't it? On Facebook, I go live. And you know, whoever joins in and watches, and whoever likes and shares. Oh, make sure you follow, like, and share. I'd appreciate it. Not many people are doing these eggs, and people want to learn how to do them, so thought I'd get on here and show you how. I just love when them stragglers happen. Not. This is when I need that bigger one. To fill in the gap. I just need to get a baggie, I think, to help so it doesn't get hard. I guess I could wrap it in that wet. Yeah, that's what I'll do while I'm waiting. On the little brush. Okay. So got my contacts in, but I'm thinking, what if I put these on? I might be able to see a little bit closer. I've followed some junk journal ladies throughout the years, and one of the women I really love watching is Lori Girl on the Ridge, and it's Laurie. So is the Lori that I did her art class on Monday. Well, a couple of Mondays ago, I think. Alright, then. Art, what was her name? Not Artsy, but another junk journaler that I really like. Can't get it out. Artie Mays. If any of you have heard of Artie Mays, I really like her. There was the woman who did, and this was years ago, I don't know, 20, 25 years ago, the December Daily, and it still is popular in December. Women love doing those journals. I'll never forget when I got out the file folders and started making a journal with it. because it was thick. 25 Days of Christmas. It was a big one. And I really liked that lady too. She really did a really good job. Oh, that's where I got most of them brush strokes on that other one. I think we're doing pretty good, don't you? Alright, so let's get some of these bottom ones. I'm gonna have to get more. Paint in there. Alright. Got another straggler. I should keep some scissors by me. Of course, when I might need to lay this down, I can. Okay, so yeah, if you use your pinky to hold on to the bottom, that helps you too. Gives you more anchorage. More, leveling or whatever. Keeps it more steady. Yeah, that story about Bob Ross too was sad. Because I'm like, who else has something like that happen to? And then it came up Bob Ross. That was that painter with the afro. And these people, they had a love for what they did, but they got taken advantage of. Because they didn't get the proper guidance on how to do a business. Okay, so I don't know how long this video is, but I'm thinking it may be a while. So I need to check it. Yep, it is. I'm going to stop it for right now. And so if you really liked my video, like and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you soon. And I enjoyed showing you how to do this. I'll get back on and I'll show, I'll paint some more and show you how to do the other one. But I have to stop this because it's at 1 hour and 31 minutes.